Who wants to visit the 90s? Frosted Tips, Dial-Up, Creed.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the coolest stuff from the 90s that was high-key ridiculous.
I was going for Sarah Michelle Gellar, but then I ended up with this.
That's who I was gonna say.
But sure.
Yeah.
Number 10, butterfly hair clips. These were the ultimate cool girl accessories.
Butterfly clips. Oh, yes, I remember butterfly clips. I still do that. Oh, God, I still just do everything. I'm sorry, because I live in the 90s.
Everyone was pulling chunks of their locks back and securing them with these little winged clips. What we all collectively decided to overlook was how they inevitably gave the hair a greasy appearance. Let's not forget the free forehead extension either.
Considered it? Yes. Been foolish enough to act upon it? No.
Today, butterfly hair clips are back on trend, much like many other 90s fashion items. However, rather than actually clipping hair back with it, they're used as teeny tiny adornments. For tips on how to style them in a modern way, you can take a page out of Olivia Rodrigo or Doja Cat's lookbook. Number 9, slap bracelets. If the sensation of one of these snapping on your wrist hits you as soon as you hear this name, then you're a true 90s kid.
I panicked and I grabbed the hat. I should have grabbed the yo-yo or the slap bracelet.
No matter how red they left your body, you couldn't be a part of the in crowd if you weren't rocking with the slappies. Naturally, the phenomenon took over schools and started causing actual injuries. We wonder how its inventor, high school teacher Stuart Anders, felt about that.
I've also got tube socks and slap bracelets. Ouch.
No thanks. Come on, Gene, let's go.
Oh, you can wear them as a choker. Ouch.
You're really hurting yourself.
The final nail in the coffin for this trend was when imitation pieces penetrated the market and came with explicit content printed on the metal inside the colorful cases. There have been several attempts to bring slap bracelets back since, but it feels like we've all agreed to never go there again.
I am not 10 years old anymore. I don't like roller skating or unicorns or slap bracelets.
Don't you take off the slap bracelet.
Number 8, hypercolor clothing. Some things are only cool when Zendaya does it. Case in point, the stunning heat-sensitive leather fit she sported for a Ferragamo photo shoot in 2022. As revolutionary as that look was, its predecessor came in the 90s in the form of hypercolor fashion. These pieces would react to heat and change color. However, at the hands of sweaty teens, it usually meant embarrassing patches in all the weirdest spots. Besides, they would barely last a couple of washes, after which you were stuck with just a murky tee. Sure, there was some neat science behind this trend, but the novelty could only take it so far.
Hypercolor clothing. Changes color with heat.
Number 7, bubble furniture. Were they practical? No. Were they at least comfortable? Again, no. But when did that stop anyone from following a trend?
All my fellow millennials out there probably remember these inflatable pieces of furniture taking the decor world by storm.
Inflatable furniture seemed so ahead of its time when it started gaining popularity in the 90s that every other concern went right out the door. So what if you had to spend hours pumping air into your bubble chair only for it to get deflated if you sat on it wrong? Remember those random skin abrasions you always got? They were just stamps of approval from the cool kids club. Eventually, at the turn of the century, the inflatable movement ran out of air. You can still get them today, though, but they mostly serve as nostalgia pieces.
Practicality certainly outweighs nostalgia. Let's be honest, glorified, land-based pool rafts don't exactly scream interior design nowadays.
Number 6, platform sneakers. Who remembers wearing these bad boys out every day and trying to play it cool when you inevitably twisted your ankle?
It's just sick, though. Those are so dope!
The concept of arch support took a backseat to fashion when platform sneakers started ruling our wardrobes. Also known as flatforms, these shoes had us propped up on what basically looked like bricks attached to our feet.
These are like sneakers on another level.
While they did add the inches, the medical bills also grew in size from all the sprains and fractures they caused. Although flatforms never really left fashion, at least they're made better now. Or so we hope. Number 5, Jnco jeans. Much like today, fashion in the 90s was heavily influenced by hip-hop culture. So, wide-legged pants were quite the fad after rappers like MC Hammer started sporting them.
Fresh new kicks and bands, you got it like that, now you know you wanna dance, so move out of your seat and get a fire girl and catch this beat.
Jumping on the bandwagon, one company came out with the baggiest bottoms to rule them all. The Jnco jeans.
After that, there was little color left in the world for young Jake. My earring, less gold. My Jnco jeans, less Purple.
Are you sure you were becoming cool?
Yeah, why?
From skaters to ravers, everyone copped a pair and dragged them around. By the end of the day, they'd mostly be dirty, muddy, and wet. Now, that's a whole different kind of drip. We just know the laundromats hated to see them coming.
Dad, good news. I found what I want to wear to the award ceremony.
Number 4, backwards clothing. This is another hip-hop inspired style trend that had a chokehold on millennials. Following the duo Criss Cross and their totally crossed out look, fans started wearing their clothes backwards. Even worse, some wore their garments completely inside out.
So a lot of things are reversible. They're sort of promoted that way.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of what's happening on TikTok is like flip it around.
While the Jump rappers embodied their signature style with panache, others fell short with their aspirations of swagger. Instead of exuding effortless charisma, they found themselves in awkward situations with all the wrong buttons in all the wrong places.
There are a couple of things in there, more than I thought, that I could flip around and wear backwards.
It was definitely a statement, but we're not sure what was being stated. Number 3, bowl cuts. Nowadays, you might see this haircut on the most stylish K-pop idols.
No, not today. 언젠가 고천지겠지, but no, not today. 그때가.
They serve as the perfect reminder that only when you have otherworldly good looks can you pull off this style. However, back in the 90s, everyone wanted a piece of the bowl. They somehow had the confidence to ask for it, even when it looked like someone actually put a bowl on their head to shape the hair. 90s kids had a love-hate relationship with this cut. That is probably why its resurgence makes little sense to them.
What are you doing with that bowl? No.
I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna make it better.
I'm not 6 anymore.
Number 2, pacifier necklaces. Everyone but actual babies had binkies around their necks in the 90s. Many came across the unusual accessory for the first time in the 1991 movie Boys in the Hood.
I'll play spades, dude. Something like that.
In it, the character Dookie, played by Dedrick D. Gobert, is often seen with a pacifier in his mouth. It's said that the actor sucked on one in real life to combat his smoking. Others got into it by seeing Flavor Flav wear pacifiers like pendants. Over time, they started being associated with rave culture, substance use, and gangs. At that point, they were banned from schools. Still, the impact pacifier necklaces had on 90s pop culture is truly worth studying.
This is a home invasion, you jive mother!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, frosted tips. This icy style was the defining fashion trend of the 1990s.
I just had my tips frosted.
You had your tips frosted?
Yeah.
Today, it is a source of deep-seated cringe for Generation Y. On paper, it doesn't sound too bad. In fact, it's quite similar to the new dip dye technique of hair coloring. However, it's how the hair was styled into spikes and each spike was individually bleached at the tip that made it rather questionable.
Maybe she'll be repulsed by my frosted tips. I was gonna defrost them before I saw her for the first time.
Nevertheless, the trend spread far and wide. It was so pervasive that frosted ends became the only thing that put Justin Timberlake and Guy Fieri in the same category. A modern version of this hairstyle seems to have made a comeback though, and thankfully it is a lot more bearable.
All right, let's frost my tips.
Which of these trends do you want to see coming back? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, it's probably just my Jnco longs.
Jnco longs?
The new Jnco longs from Jnco are made with old Jnco jeans, but instead of being wide and baggy, all the extra fabric is redistributed lengthwise to the calf and shin areas.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.